Alrighty, that's a lot better. So I just had to restart uh, my router. So what have we got on for today? Big list today. So we still got a bit of a bug on the back end. Start off with the bugs. Bug on the back end. So users created within the Django admin can't log in. Um, but they can if they're created via the create super user. So I need to figure out what's going on there. We fixed the bug on the front end, that little one there. So research, why is Axios better than Fetch? So basically Axios, there's a couple of reasons, but one of the big ones that stood out for me is that you don't actually have to convert the fetch data to JSON. It automatically converts it. And there's a couple other things. How to take snapshots in React for Googlebot. So React, the package React Snap takes care of that. I don't believe you could do it for your dev server, but it's predominantly for your production. So when you actually push the builds or initiate the build sequence for your React app, React Snap will spin up a headless browser and crawl all the pages on your site and then the generate all of the basically a snapshot, so generate the HTML and all the rest of it for that, so that Googlebot and the other bots for sharing links can read your meta description and your title tags. Work out if I should serve markdown files or plain text. I made a massive mistake last time on reading the documentation. I thought char field was the only way to store text in a Django database, but I completely missed the text field. So there is a field in the Django models called text field, and we can store everything in there. And we will be storing markdown by itself, so not the file itself, but the actual contents of the file in that text field. I have done a bit of research for the how I'm going to be handling markdown a little bit. So basically, I'm going to be utilizing a package called what is it? It's basically an add-on of draft.js. So it's basically a text editor. I'll have a look at that later anyway because it's related to the front end, but it's basically a text editor that will convert plain text or plain text, and then you can add like bold and all the rest of it, and it will convert that into Markdown, which then we'll use to save to the database, or send that off, post that to the API for the blogs and save that to the database. And then when if we wanted to make any edits or anything like that, it gives us back Markdown. We then convert that Markdown into I forget what it's called, but it's basically like a raw object that the text editor can understand, and then pass that into the Draft.js text editor, and then we can edit it and all the rest of it, and then redo that process. So it's basically converting and unconverting each way for that. So search terms, the word I was looking for in the last video was meta key. So basically keywords, which is similar, or it's exactly the same as WordPress keywords that they use to associate specific keywords to each blog post so that you can search for it. So there's going to be two methods that I'll have a look at. Right now, I just want to do the keywords for each blog, and I'll implement a search functionality for that. But you can also utilize Django's filter method, I guess, to search through the text of each blog entry. How that would work for the markdown, I think it'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be any issues. But you can actually search for specific words. So you can say, okay, for every blog post that mentions the word React, give me that blog post back. But I think that would be that would basically be the version of Bing search engine versus Google. So I think implementing you never get what you really want with Bing, but you do with Google. So I think doing the keywords will be beneficial, and that's how I'm going to move forward with the search functionality. Now, I made a comment of, should we do like, one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many? I've done my research this morning. Database design it's simple when you fully understand it, the process and how to think about how to structure everything. Not making sure there's no duplicate stuff in there and all the rest of it. But wrapping your head around it is, another subject. But anyway, so I'm going to go with a many-to-many field. So any blog post can have many different keywords associated with it, and each keyword can have many different blog posts associated with that keyword. So many-to-many field there. I did actually write the code for that and play around with it this morning, but I deleted it all, and we're going to do it again anyway. So for completeness sake. So yeah, that's the research portion of last night. I continuously keep trying to watch videos on Axios just to get a feel for how it all works and all the rest of it. But I get 2 minutes into the video and then get distracted with something else. So I need to look at that and have a look. I've got a pretty good understanding, but just cover all the basics. Probably best just to read the documentation when I've got a second. So the to-do list for today is a big one. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get everything done because I need to go to the airport to drop someone off around 3. Around 3 o'clock. So, all right, need to finish off the blog model. So implement the meta tags for each blog post. Add the permissions to the blog post model. So we, instead of doing the whole project user only, authenticated users only for read write, I want to actually implement that on the model level. Step down. Add the portfolio. So portfolio projects app. So create its own app for that. Create the model for that. So we'll have what was the title, what were the technologies for that. So we'll have another many field and all the rest of it. So that, add the permissions to the model for that to make changes. Add the API view for the portfolio projects, add the URL to connect to the API to the portfolio projects, add the serializer for that. Add the portfolio projects to the admin, the Django admin, so we can add that through there. Create a couple of portfolio projects, just some fake ones really quick, just some Laura Nipson to make sure everything's working and all the rest of it. I want to get to install the simple JSON Web Token module today. I need to add that to the settings. I need to create the endpoints for the JWT refresh and authorized token to actually get the tokens. Need to create the view for that. I'm pretty sure that I need to create the view for that. On all of the ones, I just looked at another, this one here, this write up about it. And in this one, it's saying that we need to use the GET request. Where is it? There, GET request. which obviously returns this this here. But the one that I've looked at, another one I looked at, did the post request, and then it served the token through that. Anyway, I'll have a look at that once we get actually to that point. And then I just want to test the JWT to make sure it is sending the authorization token and also the refresh token. And there's more on the JWT side of things in regards to especially on the front end, that we need to store it in local storage and pass that through each request and all the rest of it, but that's on the front end. And there's also a little bit on the back end with the JWT token, which has something to do with blacklisting the tokens. So when someone logs out, that token cannot then be reused, and you will need to request a new token, but I will go into that in a different video. All right, so now that all that is out of the way, I'm going to streams dropping a little bit here. So I'm just going to drop the bit rate down a little bit just to make sure that everything is crispy. Apply that. Just make sure it's going to catch up. Just give me 1 second. Waiting. Yep, looks like we're stable at 14,000. All right, so first up, we need to finish the blog model. So head back over. So we're going to add more to this blog post model. Not right now. I'm happy with everything that we've got, except for the change here, which I'll keep this stuff, but we can get rid of that. And we want to make this a text field, like so, which is fine. I'm going to copy all this for our next class, and we're going to create a class, and we're going to name that, let's name that meta tags. Meta tag. Yep. And we want to bring in models.model, like so. And let's do our field. So we need the name. So meta tag, we'll just probably do tag name. Oops. Tag name. And we want to equal that to equal a char field. So we do models dot char field. I'm just going to pinch this from up here. So typing it all out. Cool. And we shouldn't need any more than, let's say, just leave it at 100. Extra space. So we got the tag name, and then we want to add the post. So we got the meta tag. We got the tag name itself, and then we want to tie that tag name to the blog post. So actually, it'll be blog post, and that is equal to models dot many to many field, and then we need to pass in the class blog post to make that connection. So that's all sweet there. I'm happy with all of that. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and we're going to copy this. We're going to bring this down, and we want to make this meta tag. And we can copy this again, and we want to make these meta tags like so, and we're going to make this one tag name like so. Save that. Going to run our migrations. So we're going to do Python manage.py make migrations like so. Let's make that, and then we're going to migrate like so, and then we're going to run server like so. Cool. Head over to our server. Oops. That's right. Sorry. Hold on. Yeah, that was from the last one. So there we go. Cool. So that's done. We're going to, sorry, I shouldn't have done that just yet. So what I want to do first, we've updated our models. We've added a new, new entry or new class to that model. So to get into good habit, I need to push this to get or commit this to get. So get add -a get commit -m, and we have what have we done? We have added a new class to the blog model. Like so, and then we can just do get push. Get push main. I think it was main. Yeah, I need to set this so I don't have to continuously keep doing this. Let me just quickly go back to Git for a sec. Have a look. Yes, we're on the main. Is that it? Yeah, we're on the main branch. Main. Photo. May does not appear to be a Git repository. Could not read from the remote repository. Please make sure you have the correct access rights, and then the repository exists. It's on the branch main. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is becoming so painful. It's definitely there. Git push. What's it asking? Branches notes. Origin, Git, remote, add origin. Get push you. Right. Anyway, I need to branch my set to da 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 da. So if we can just try get push now. Get push. Yes, I can. So I just hadn't set this to main, which I'm not sure why that's the case, because every other time I go into another file, this is already set. But anyway, so that is now pushed, which is great. So let's take this off the list. So we've finished that. We need to, we actually need to just quickly register that in, so it's meta tag, admin, copy this, bring this in, meta tag, so we can actually see it. Save that, run the server. Like so. And there is our meta tags. So we can create a meta tag. So hold on, let's change the blog post. So we can say this blog post is about React and Python. Save. This blog post, this is a blog post about Python. Save. Add a new blog post. This is a blog post about React. I can't say that without an image. Nope. Needs one. Set that to the current thumbnail. And then we can go to meta tags. We can add a meta tag, and we call this tag Python. Oops. And we want to select Python and React Python. Save and add another. And we want to make React. And we can add that tag to those two there. React to Python. It's those ones. Python, those ones. Beautiful. So what I can do is I can base a search, well, on the fetch, I can call, or I can do a filter on the meta tags. So basically we can go, what blog post has Python, give me all of the blog posts that have the Python meta tag, and then it'll filter all those results, and we can pass those results to our front end. So we've got that all set up now. Let's have a look at our list. So we need to add the permission to the blog model. So if I go to, let's bring this over, and just give me 1 second. I was just hand delivered lunch. So, all right, so we've done that. Now we just need to add the permissions. So if we go to, what are we using for permissions? Django REST framework. Cool, and we can type in model permissions like so. Permissions to Django REST framework. So object level permission, def object, setting the permission policy, REST framework is authenticated, which I think we already got now. Yeah, or any, that's fine. And that's the API view. Pretty sure that we can set it to the class. Pretty sure it's watching a video. It said they could, but this looks like the view itself. Django REST framework, text insertion as an example of object. Da, 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 da. I'm going to need to read up on this a bit more. I'm going to skip that. Oops. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to need to read up a little bit more on that. Add portfolio projects app. So I'm just going to close the server off. So we're going to do Python manage.py. I think it's start project, and we want to call that portfolio portfolio projects. Oh, beautiful. So we got our portfolio projects here. Oops, I forgot the dot. God damn it. Oh, hold on. No, I did it wrong. Damn it. Delete. That is start app. Or is it create app? God damn it. No, that's right. Cool. Portfolio projects. All right, we need to add that to the settings. And it is portfolio projects like so. Awesome. Save that. All right, so we want to go into the models and we want to create our models class. Portfolio projects like so, and it takes in models dot model. Model. What are you whinging about? Yeah, I know. And all right, so we want for the projects, we need, what do we need? We need a name, project name, title, yeah, project name. So project name, that'll be equal to models dot char field, and that would take in a max length of equal to, let's just say give it, how much should we give the other one? It's 100. I'm just going to quickly copy these. 100. And obviously I can change these fields if I need to. It's fine. Just get rid of all this fluff. Cool. So we've got the project name. We've got the project name, the description, project name, description, project description is equal to same thing. Make that 200. So, name, project, and then we want to have project tech stack. How am I going to do that? So it'll be, it's going to be a many to many again. Yeah, it's going to be a many to many again. So that'll be tech stack. That'll be fine. I'll create a new class for that. I do want to do the project content. I don't know if this is the best word, variable name for it. I think we could do better. Project content, and I want to make that little models.text field. Did that take anything in? Text field, text field, text field, text field, text fields. Blanket. No. Cool. So that's the content. Actually, I needed to change. Oh yeah, that's a text field. Cool. So we've got the name, we've got the description, the content. I'll do the tech stack in a second, and it'll be a many to many. I think I might have to look up this the relationship, because each portfolio, yeah, it's going to be a many to many. So what else? So we've got the project name, we've got the description, the project content. The project content will basically be a sort of like a blog post. It'll have, you know, the photo, image. Let's do an image, project image. Field, and I'm going to copy image, upload to like so, and we won't have blog post images. We'll have portfolio project images. We're going to add that folder to our media like so, and a new one, that name. Cool. So yeah, so we're going to have the name, we're going to have the description, and we're going to have the image in a card we can click on the card. That can perhaps open up a modal, which will contain basically the same, all those, oh, actually it'll probably can just contain that name, and then the project content, which will have the, what was the problem, what was the solution to the problem, and the tech stack that I used. It will also have a link to the project itself, because they're going to be hosted on a subdomain of the portfolio website. So we'll have project URL is equal to models.url field. I'm not actually sure about this particular model field, URL field just takes in max length, and 200 looks like a good number, like so. Blank and null, which I can take in as well. Yeah, which is options. Cool. So we got the URL, we got the photo, images, which is great. I'm actually not sure if the image field model can contain like a list of images, or is it a single image. I'll have to have a look at that. So we've got the content. That's it for now, I think. We'll probably just I'll just add the class project tech stack taking models dot model, and we'll have the tech name, tech name is equal to, we'll just and we'll have the project, so it'll be portfolio project, and that equal to a models dot many to many fields, and that would take in the portfolio projects, like so. We just need to handle all of this jazz for both classes, like so. This one will be and this one will be text. Actually, yeah. Portfolio projects. Cool. And so it'll be project name. And name. Save that. Migrate. Before we do that, just quickly edit to admin panel. So it'll be admin.site.register, and we'll take in our model. So from .models import and put a tech stack. So actually need 2 of these. Drop that down. Auto projects and project tech stack. Cool. Save. All right, let's have a look at that. So I want to. Oh, I didn't just add them all again, did I? I think I did. Maybe upload media. No, I didn't. Cool. Jeez. Let's get rid of this. I want to migrate. Oh no, make migrations. I then want to migrate. And then I want to run our server. So head over to our server, refresh, and here are our portfolio projects. Cool. So we can add the project name, which I'm going to call notify me. Project description, a program that will notify users if the technology tip closes within operating hours, and then notify the users when it reopens. Project image. I actually do have images of this, but I'm just going to bring on screen for a second. I think it was in images. No, it wasn't downloads, it was some pictures and screenshots. And here it is. That was a crawler one. And I think that'll work. The project URL is notify me.ashley SHLEY the web. So and the content, I actually already have this on an Upwork job, and I can go to proposals. Submitted proposals, the developer, and the crawler one turns HTTP tag. There we go. Awesome. Paste. This project crawls a website and returns a HTTP tag that is dynamically generated based on if the tip is close or not. It then saves the state. It then saves the state into a database. It also can send an email if the state changes to close within a specific time, within the hours of operation. And then sends another email once it has reopened again. Cool. Yeah, save. Now the tech name. So this one is so we do a Python. Another. We also have celery. Celery beet. We also have Django. We also have Scrapey. And I think that's it for that one. There's no front end to it at the moment. So here we can see all of our text, and that is all connected to this specific project. So cool, it works. Everything's working as intended. So next, what I need to do is I need to commit these changes to our repository. So git add -all, and then we want to git commit -m, and we're going to message created the portfolio projects app into the page portfolio projects app. Added that app to the settings.py, and created the projects model and added it to the Django admin. Boom. Get push. And it works. Awesome. So that's done. Let's have a look and at our list here. So we've added the app, we've created the model. the portfolio permissions I'm going to have a look at. We need to create the API view now and the URLs. So if we head over to API, it's probably best to create the serializer first. So what I'm going to do is go from portfolio underscore projects dot models import. What are we going to import? Tech stack. And I also want to import block. So can I add multiple models? Let's have a look. Serializer. Create a model to work with class. Create a serializer. Here we go, using model serializer. So you got snippet, fields, but I don't think that you can add multiple multiple models. I don't think you can. That's okay. Can I have two class methods? I'm gonna try. See what happens. See if it breaks. Let me check. Fields that I want to include are blog, models, split screen. This one I want the API serializer. Let's make this a bit bigger, eh? And the names that I want is tag name and blog post. Tag name, blog post. Like so. I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to start a server. And let's see if it breaks. We need to go to API / blog posts, and boom. Yeah, didn't like that. It's saying it doesn't have, where is that for blog post object, has no attribute. Yeah, okay. Can I give it a list of blog posts? And pass in meta tag. And then add these. Let's see if this breaks. List object has no attribute meta. I guess not. That's okay. I probably need to read up on the documentation. This one. So what I can do though is create a new class. Blog post serializer. Right now I'm going to leave the tags, and what I'm going to do is go into this one and just take in the projects. Portfolio projects, serializer, and that's going to take serializers, model serializer, and the model it's going to take in is portfolio projects, and that one is going to be follow projects. It's going to take in the name, the description. Just going to copy this. Name, description, the image, the URL, content. So cool. So that's a serializer. Next, where's this list? So do the serializer. Next is the view and the URL. Cool. We can close all them. We can head over to our view. We can copy this class. And we can type in portfolio project lists. List. We need to bring this in from portfolio. Just going to bring this in from here. And so we need to bring in the portfolio project serializer. So our query set is portfolio projects, and our serializer is our portfolio project serializer. Like so, save that. Next, we need to come into our URLs, and we need to add this URL. So path and our view list. So our path is portfolio projects. And that is, that's cool. And then we want to bring in our view. So portfolio project list dot as view. And then we'll give that a name equal to portfolio project list. Cool. And we need to obviously this is our list. So we need to add that. Awesome. Let's have a look and see if this actually works. Server. I don't think we need to make any migrations because we haven't changed anything to the database. Let's have a look. Awesome. That gives all our bits and pieces here. And then if I do portfolio projects, what did I do wrong there? Spelled it wrong as well. Save that. Okay, it's a tuple object, has no attribute values. See in settings, yeah. Why is this not working? Let's make sure all these are saved. Tuple object has no attribute values. That's cool. We've got a project in there, right? Yeah, we did. We added one. Let's duplicate this. Go to admin. Yep, there it is. For me, and it does work for blog posts. Yep. Which is a list that has a dictionary in it. So why is this not working when it's no different? Maybe I do need to migrate. They changed. Do a quick search for this to see, try and find out what the hell's going on here. You return 4 variables that are receive them using a single variable object. This is what is called a tuple object. So use index. Yeah, but why? Project name. That's fine. Our URL is portfolio projects portfolio. It takes in the list as view. The name is portfolio project list. That's fine. Use portfolio project list. Takes in generic list. Create API view. Projects objects dot all and then the serializer. Web projects serializer. That's why. It obviously has something to do with query set. What about if we just returned just the objects? Oh, actually, I don't think this is going to work. Serializer. I have no idea why this is happening. The serializer needs to use a nested meta class. And that's why. Save. Boom! There it is. Cool. Project name, description, the image, which works, URL, which does work. That's just got an admin interface. And so then we have our content. We can add those in as well, which is awesome. All right, exit. If I can find. Git status. So we've created all of that now. Head over. So we've added the API view. We've added the URL. We've added the projects to the admin. and we've created a fake project. Cool. How to get how to display the last git commit, and viewing the commit history, see my last commit, git log. Create a portfolio project app and added the app to the settings and created the model. Okay. Quit out of that. So next, so what do we do then? We just we connected the serial, or we added a serializer. We connected the serializer to the serializer to the view, and then connected the view to the URL. So we need to do git commit, git add, or git commit -m, and created the that to the view, and connected the view to the URL, and then git push to push those changes. Awesome. So looks like we're up to the main event for today, which is install the JWT. So I need to pip env install and just make sure we get the right module to Django. Simple. Oh, actually, we had that blog post. Where be the link? There it is. Copy, paste, kaboom. Cool, that's installed. We now need to add that to the settings and do this authentication class. Go to settings. Where's the settings? There. Which needs to be added to this. Cool, save that. The URLs, I need to import JWT, which will be in our URLs here. Let's get rid of all this crap, eh? So we've got our views, and then add the views. Like so. and I'm pretty sure that should work. And if we go to API token, its token, we need to sign in, which was, I think, AAA. And then AAA, oh no, that's just one, two. There's a BBB. It was AAA at Gmail. Ah, AAA at gmail.com. It would help if I actually did that. AAA at gmail.com and a password of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Post. Boom! And there it is. So we have our refresh and access token. We shall use this to make requests to our beautiful API, which we can still make requests from here, but I think that we can, or we can only view it, but we can't make changes to it. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Example code, which I think this is all what I was talking about before. So if we use, I've never actually used Postman before. Postman. Just sign up with Google. No, continue without a team. I just want to use your product. So, import an API schema, create a new request. So basic request, environment, workspace. I think that would be good if it's desktop because we're going to be using localhost. This to start. Test. So I want to make a GET request. I don't know if it's going to work. I want to make a GET request to our, let's duplicate this. And I want to make a GET request to our blog post. We'll post like so. Copy that. Bring that over into Postman. Send. And we got our blog post. Cool. But if we do a post, we should get an error. Yeah, authorization credentials were not received. So if I get our access token, hold on. Well, actually, hold on. We shouldn't have even got an access. Oh, no, we did sign in. So our key is our access token and our value is authorization. Our bearer token, and the token is this one. Access. Copy that. Bring that into a token like so. And then send. Given token not valid for any token type, token not valid, message, access, token access token, access message, token is invalid or has expired. Okay. I'm pretty sure it is a bearer token. Don't think it's an API. It's not an API key. So let's do a request. I'll do another request. Well, here, let's just post this. It's aaa@gmail.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Post. Because it might be that the token has expired. Let's paste in our token. Or was that the same token? EY. EY was the same token. So post, blog post, send. This requires, so it works. Oh yeah. Awesome. So I'm just gonna delete this token. Cut it. Try and make that again. Post. Cool. Awesome. So we have JWT installed. Now there's so much more than just this, but the initial we've done our initial setup. So again, we can actually request tokens as well. Copy, go to Postman, paste that in, and we don't want to send a token, we want to send a parameter. And the parameter we want to give is, well, the key will be, let's see what it asks for. Let's send. So it's email and password. So our email and password, value for the email will be aaa@gmail.com. And our password will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's send that. and we didn't get a response. Why? I'm sending them, right? Yeah, email aaa@gmail.com and password is that. Or is that not how you send this through? We need to do basic auth. No, that didn't work. No. Hmm. 1 second, and I just. And I was just given a lemon. There is said lemon. So how do we send? So how to send? How to send login details via Postman to Django. JWT. This is where I'm getting all this information as well. How to use Postman to framework. Answer. There. Get authorization. No auth. Cookies. This is in the body. Form data. Okay. Key, email, password. gmail.com. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Post, token, send. There we go. Okay, so I was just in the wrong section. So it needs to be within the body, which you'd think would be in the params. But anyway, it's not. It's in the body. So we got our access token, we got our refresh token, so then we can access like just before. Why can't I copy that? Copy. And obviously we can add this token into here and get rid of that and access our blog posts. Yeah. And obviously we can do our portfolio. Projects as well. Cool. Now, obviously, now the view's a little bit different. Obviously, we want to make it that it's true, that they can see it without having to log in, because that would be pointless. People going to a portfolio site, forcing them to log in to see all projects. No one's going to do that. But to demonstrate that that would be the case, we can comment out this and we can do control save. If we go to access this and we do no auth and we do a get request, we should get nothing back. Oh no, we did. Sorry, that needs to just be authenticate. Is authenticated. And then we do a send. Then you need to authenticate, my friend. So what we can do is we can send off our token, and then we get our beautiful data, which is awesome. Cool, so that's done. Let's commit this. And again, I need to do more research in all the nuances between JWT tokens and the authentication, but we have essentially built most of our backend infrastructure right now to implement login, sign up, which I'll have to create a new view for that. Yeah, a new view and URL for that. The login, we can do the login because we can just, well, actually no, I need to do a login as well. But we can get the data and all the rest of it, which is awesome. But we can get our tokens. I'm pretty sure I have to do a login. Well, I can do the login is to get the JWT tokens. So if it's not there, we can sort of just use that. But to register a new user, I need to sort that out. I'll have a look at that anyway. But the system is there to the point where we can fetch data. So let's just do get add or get commit message, and our message is added or installed simple JWT added JWT authentication class, added JWT class to the REST framework. I have also tested the tokens and all is working. And then git push this bad boy. And that's now pushed. Awesome. So look, I've got to go to the airport. That's it for this video. We've done everything that I wanted to do. So we've added everything. We've created the endpoints. We've created the view, and we have tested the JWT. So we've got everything through except for the permissions to the models, which I think I'm going to have to do on the serializer instead of the model itself, which sort of makes sense because it's directly accessing the model. So I'll sort that out, and I have a few things to look up for the JWT side of things, but I'll watch a couple of tutorials on that and have a look. But there's heaps more to do with the JWT, so I'll get to that. But look, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy coding.